Hi foodies, I made some vegetable chow mein. I'm using some fresh veggies today. I got my noodles and a really simple sauce. This is really tasty. And if you feel like having Chinese noodles and you don't want to go out or order takeout, then you can make this. All right. So first, this is the noodles, guys. I got the chow mein noodles at the regular supermarket, and these are the flat ones. On the back, it will tell you how to prep it, whether you need to just soak it in hot water or just add it to the pan or boil it. So these were cooked already, and as you can see, they get much looser, and then you can drain them in a colander, let them air out a little bit. You can lay it on something flat like a baking tray just so they can dry out even better. Okay, so set these aside, and then we're gonna make the sauce. So what I have here is a little water with cornstarch, just a little bit, and I'm just gonna whisk it around. Then we're gonna add some soy sauce, of course, because when I'm making these noodles I don't use salt. You rely on soy sauce for that. And some hoisin sauce. Some people prefer oyster sauce. And some Chinese cooking wine, and then some sesame seed oil. Okay, so we're just gonna whisk these together. If you want to give it a little taste, you can, because that will give you an idea of what your noodles are gonna taste like, since this is gonna be that flavor that we add. Okay, so set these aside, and then we're gonna work on those noodles that we boiled or soaked and drained. So my husband likes when the noodles are a little crunchy around the edges. So what I'll do is I'll either deep fry these once they're completely dried out, or I just cook them up in the pan with a little oil. So they're not gonna be completely dry and crispy, but the edges are, around the edges, it'll be slightly toasted. So these are the flat ones, guys. Usually I use the regular skinny ones. I found that even though this was tasty, I prefer the skinny ones. So I'm gonna tell you to get those skinny ones that I use in my other chow mein video. Okay, so these are flat. And then what I did is I just cooked them up in the pan just to get them slightly crispy on the edges, and then I will use them later on. So there's some oil in the pan again, and then I am going to be cooking some garlic and ginger. This is gonna give us some flavor in the pot. So stir this around, and then when it gets slightly golden, then we will add our veggies. I'm using fresh vegetables today, but you can use the frozen stir fry mixes if you want. Okay, so that's onion, there's some carrots, broccoli, and some bell peppers. Beautiful colors. You want this to be nice and colorful. So just toss everything in the oil, and you want these to be slightly cooked, but still firm, because once you add the sauce and you keep stirring them, they're going to cook even more. So cook them until they are like 3/4 of the way cooked or halfway cooked, so they can be really nice and crunchy. You don't want them to be soggy. So do this over medium heat, and if you think you need a little more oil, feel free to just move them away from the center and add your oil and keep stir frying these. Okay, all right, so once these are cooked to your liking, you're gonna add that sauce mixture. So add it right in there and stir things around. Then we are gonna add those noodles. Just toss them in and stir things around. Remember, there's cornstarch in that sauce mixture, so you want to make sure you cook it for at least a minute on the heat. Okay, so stir everything together and you are good to go. Sometimes you can crisp up the noodles and then just serve the sauce and veggies on top of it. However, today I am stirring everything together. If you want this to be super saucy, you can double up on the sauce ingredients. Okay, and I'm adding just a little bit of ground pepper right here. So go ahead, Add more sauce ingredients to your mixture if you want it to be super saucy, but this is just lightly sauced. I'm adding some green onions and you are good to go. You can even add some sesame seeds. It's pretty simple, guys. Really love this dish because it's easy to make, but it is flavorful and you feel like you're having takeout. It's so good, guys. There are so many other veggies you can add to this. Some people like cabbage, some want their mushrooms, edamame. There are so many other things you could add. So go ahead and add your favorites. Just make sure that you cut the veggies to a similar size so they'll cook at similar times, okay? So give this a try and let me know what you think. I really love this, so I hope you'll enjoy it too. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.